right, come one, come all, and welcome to another edition of the Dirt Sheet Radio AEW Dynamite recap. That might be a mouthful, but guess what? We are here. It is myself, Neek. You might know me as Nick Larocco, representing Dirt Sheet Radio podcast, and I am going to be joined by my boys. Some new, some old, some behind the scenes, but guess what? We're going to have a great time here. Let's meet some of the boys.
Hey guys, as always, hey Nick, you guys, we're all sitting here. I am Caesar on the noob tube. We are joining each other, hand holding and everything, and doing the discussion of an amazing, I guess you could say, last gold league episode of Dynamite. And as you were saying, we also have a new friend joining us. Where is he? We got to bring him along. Where is he?
Come on.
Joining us.
Hey guys, I'm Matt. I am also known as the corner reviewer representing the Colts of Cornet to be the heel of the group. But yeah,
I like shoes.
I like shoes too. I was here for the War Games one. Back to be here.
Yes,
sick. Not gonna lie,
it was.
We will get to the show when we talk about it. But no, great to be in and filling in for people who are sick. Hope they feel better.
And then there's Richard, who just got abducted by his wife.
That's fine. That's
whatever.
Yes, Gary, our boy, feel better.
Gary.
Feel better as soon as possible.
Yeah, usually I'd be on the Collision team, but he's not here, so I'm filling in to help out with the Dynamite side.
Let's go.
All right, fellas, what a main event we had.
Why, dude? The ending and the main event, we should say, actually.
Oh, so much. Like, last week we were all stunned by the ending featuring the Devil, but this time around, featuring these three guys at the end of the Gold League.
Right.
We've been kind of predicting that here and there, so now it's really cool to
basically,
see that come to
as soon as Mox beat Swerve, I think it was expected to be a triple threat.
Yeah, so we got 12 points, and 12 points for those boys.
Now, the only question is, when it comes to that match right now with the two of them, was John really injured with his knee, or was that a kayfabe thing? That's the one question you gotta ask.
You gotta kayfabe it. I mean, Moxley has been their guy. He's one of the most well-protected fellas that they got on their roster. So I think definitely that's one of the ways they wanted to go about getting him that loss. Same thing with Swerve, because remember, they had that controversy with how Swerve got pinned. And Swerve even brought that.
It actually got missed on camera, but Jay White attacked the knee. So that'll tell you everything you need to know about that.
Yeah, he did it before the credits. And that was our boss. It reappeared and disappeared.
He makes momentary cameos.
I do that a lot. You'll get used to
it. Ghost of Danielson.
But anyways, yes.
So my name is Zach Bagans.
So like we said, we got those two, and then as Nick was saying, we had the three of them, one in the ramp and two in the ring. But it's what happened afterwards, the quick cheap shot from Jay White. That's what I was trying to get at a minute ago, was like, ooh, Jay White swoops in with the quick shot to knock Moxley down. Yeah. Now, is he going to walk in next week with some bandages? Is he going to walk in next week with something on him? Or
he's going to drink their bone. He's going to drink the blood and eat their bones.
And he's going to throw in a beer just because.
Woo! A little bit of everything.
Your thoughts on the match, guys? What do you guys think? Was that a good overall? Did you ever say ending to the Gold League qualifiers?
I thought it was a fine match. What you call it? When they were outside trying to toss each other the steps, that was really awkward. It's like they didn't know who was going to go into the steps.
Oh,
trip.
Mix of communication there.
Yeah. It's like, what happened there? So.
But you fall.
But
no,
I'm glad Jay won.
I was just glad it didn't go to a draw. That's what I was hoping it didn't do, and I'm glad it didn't go to a draw, because that would have been like, man, come on.
Well, yeah. Well, Jay also needed a rebuild after that angle of MJF losing to a one-legged guy for 30 minutes. So I think he needed to step up. I guess he wasn't a fan of that rivalry to show what he could actually do, because we have seen what he can do from New Japan, Impact, what he was doing that tag team with Juice and Collision. No, that was I honestly I wish they were still a tag team, because I thought that was like the right place for right now to get started. especially in a newer audience.
No, I agree with that.
And
totally.
then quickly in the World Cup, it's like, I wouldn't do it yet. Like, new environment. So it's like I get MJF needs an opponent, but it's like you could no one else.
Yeah,
like MJF said, there's like levels and tiers to a lot of different things there.
You're not on my level in this shit, or whatever he said.
Oh yeah, because he beat him with one leg.
Oh, pulling out the subtle pop shot. We gotta love those moments. So, as you can see the title here, we've got the three of them in a 3v or 3-way triple threat, however you want to call it. Swerve, Mox, and White.
Wing!
Next week. That's the day after Boxing Day. That's gonna be something. If you guys had to really, call a favorite, who would you say? Because I know my favorite right now going forward. But who do you guys think?
I don't see Mox winning.
No,
it's either going to be Swerve or Jay. But it's going to be depending on who needs it more.
Yeah,
and if Swerve is going to be a potential opponent for MJF, I would not have him win this, but not get pinned.
So we could almost say Jay White wins, pins Mox.
Maybe Swerve hits the finisher on John, but Jay steals the pin.
Yeah, so heelish tactics.
Exactly.
Now, the other consideration too is whoever wins this has to take someone else on then later.
Yeah,
at World's End.
I'm going to sound like a bit of a moron when I say this, but did they clarify going into the semis and the finals if it's still everyone's barred from ringside, or was that just like the first few rounds? So I'm hoping it's the whole way.
I think it's the tournament in general.
I hope so.
What did they say it would be like a semifinal thing? If all was just once you get the points, that's it.
What?
Or was this like a last minute as of today?
All I know is that they said for overall.
What are you saying? It absolutely is all the way through the tournament, all the way through the finals.
Okay.
The entirety.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good because it shows off everyone's ability on a solo level, on a 1v1 level, versus here's me with 6 people or something like that.
Which itself has storyline potential, because look at what Jay Lethal's story has been going into a lot of the different matches in this tournament. He doesn't have the boys backing him up, or Karen.
He doesn't have Karen.
Karen,
damn it! But anyway,
to the referee.
Did it seem like a weird intro to the start of the show? To the start of the show tonight? Like it just went straight in,
right into Swerve.
Yeah, hey, welcome to Dynamite. No, just cue music.
Yeah, here's the show, guys. I thought it was.
Well,
normally whenever the show starts, I run to the next room, grab a drink, and come back, and then get comfy, and all right, we're going to the first promo from Excalibur going. This is blah, blah, blah. This time it was just the intro went off, and you're like, oh,
there's no breathing room. They just went all in on that.
They're just like, we're going full in. You got no chance to sit down.
Because they know they'll go over their extra time they bought.
Tony Khan's like, sit your ass down.
I paid 5 minutes for this to happen. I'm not paid another 5 after.
Down.
Well, boys, we've been talking about Swerve, and we're talking about the opening. Let's go right into it. Swerve and Roosh.
That was. I can't believe he's eliminated. Honestly, Roosh.
Yeah,
but
I know last week we were kind of talking about that he was already eliminated, but it was one of those things where he needed to get the victory and Jay White couldn't, and there was no way that we could have had Roosh go forwards in the tournament if Jay White got a victory. And this is where that mathematical equations within the tournament come into play.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you, John, for putting that out in the chat, because I was so bad about that one. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
I'm this guy in the chat.
So before the show, we have a little group chat for all of us, and we were going over the show, and one of the things was us going through the different mathematical formulas and who could qualify in different things for both leagues.
Yeah, because then freaking it screen blacked out as they were explaining.
Okay, that wasn't just on my end.
Yeah, no, I think that was everyone.
That was throughout the show too.
A couple of times, yeah. House of Black is paying the camera crew to cut off the lights.
Not paying the camera crew.
Yes.
They're volunteers.
See, when this whole angle first started, I thought it was actually my feed up here in Canada, so I was panicking, and I was like, "What the hell's happening?" And then
I see I see the TV logo still. I see the AEW logo still.
Yeah.
I still see the things in the banners in the distance. What's going on? And then all of a sudden, lights are back on. It's like,
This is what happens when they buy 5 minutes.
you get this 5 minutes, black. It's like, oh man. But anyways, Swerve and Roosh, they had their dance of death. Roosh is gone, and Swerve is sitting at 12 points in this situation. In the what is it? 1, 2, 3. Thoughts on the match, boys? First of all,
Roosh still looks strong going through it, and that's what matters most if you're going to get eliminated in a tournament like this.
if you're gonna slapped around,
Exactly.
Yeah, throw him in the barricades multiple times.
man,
just to go roughhousing on them.
you know what scares the hell out of me about Swerve? And I'm pretty sure this might be a universal view, is that man coming down the ramp looks like he's that friend in your friend group who is about to throw down, and he walks in super calmly. Like a storm's about to come through, and he's just casually strolling in like, all right, someone's about to get destroyed. And you're like, oh, God.
That's one of the things about Swerve.
He's bothering me about Swerve. That fucking Tron. Whose idea was that? Where did that come from? What are we doing? That shit looks like basic.
Tron.
Like a 15-year-old is making a superhero comic, and this is their attempt at advertising it on YouTube. I don't know what. Why would you go? Because he's still a heel. Like, people like him, but it's not like he changed. But it's not like he's a superhero heel, now. Yes. I cannot let y'all get past this Swerve conversation without complaining.
He broke into people's houses,
and he's a superhero now.
Yeah,
he's Homelander. He's a superhero.
Yeah, he's broken into houses. He's gotten close to babies. He's talking about families. Let's make him like a superhero.
Listen. He saved AEW from the Hangman.
Yeah. Oh, and he hung a guy from a chain for 13 minutes. Don't forget that, or whatever he said.
There goes my hero.
Yep.
Next week, he's a face. It's like, what the hell?
Oh, but he's just an anti-hero. What are you talking about?
Hey, speaking of which,
he's just cool. That's it.
Hey.
There you go.
One anti-heroes.
Canada.
Yeah, up here in Canada, we only have one street.
Yeah, Swerve is just cool. That's it, I guess. Like, no face, no heel. She's just cool. It's cool. What's cool to do is it's cool to break into people's houses.
It's cool to break into people.
It's cool to give a 2-year-old a T-shirt while the parents are at home.
That's so
we here at Dirty Radio do not endorse breaking into people's houses.
We don't endorse that at all.
We do, however, find it hilarious. But please, seriously, don't leave a child unattended. Go to the next.
All right, well, Caesar's dying, but before he dies, we need to talk about the next match. Briscoe and Lethal get through all the Gold League while he's still with us.
Okay. Honestly, that was actually pretty good, but like it sucks how one of them had to completely go into a 0 overall.
Oh, yeah. Basically both of them before
the
last one. I was not even one surprise win.
I do agree with you on that one. I thought they would have at least given somebody like the big upset.
Like, really play the spoiler. I was actually expecting Mark to pin John in the first.
Yeah.
Like, hey, get that big win. Sure, he could lose the rest, but he got that one at least.
No, like we were talking about that even on like some of the earlier shows where I always thought it'd be really cool for Briscoe to get some random upsets here and there.
Or even hell, you could have even thrown an upset to Garcia just to be like, here's some weird upset victory, and everyone goes freaking nuts in the Blue League.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's a tournament like this. You got so many top guys in that Gold League. Who takes pins?
I know, but it felt a little one-sided. Like we knew it was John, Swerve, and Jay, but like not even like a little struggle from like an underneath guy.
Matt does have a point.
That's the thing, though, with these types of tournaments when you've got so many guys that have to be protected for different reasons, unfortunately. Which is, again, like no shade to anyone like a Briscoe or a Jay Lethal, because, those are two veterans. Those are just honestly legends of the sport. So good on them for having this match, killing it. Even if they're mathematically eliminated from winning it, try to go out and it's a battle to not have 0 points at the end of the day.
What I'm trying to figure out, I know this isn't our episode, this is for Matt's episode, but how the hell are they going to do the battle of the Blackpool club? Like how? You got Claudio and you've got Brian, right? That's gonna be an interesting one to check out. I don't have any predictions.
They'll be stiffing each other. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be such hard hits, and you know.
I think it'll be that.
So.
I think it'll be Danielson. I don't see them doing another triple threat. So.
Oh please, that'd be so weird. Like who would you
remember? There is the potential for it to be a 5-way.
Oh my God! Stop.
Come on, let's just no, Nick. You know what? Let's just have some fun. Everyone back in the pool.
Back in the pile. Everyone go.
Everyone who's been eliminated, you're back in Battle Royal time. We'll even take extras from outside.
This is the last chance Battle Royal.
No. Here's
it has to be a reverse Battle Royal TNA style because they got eliminated, right? So they had to run back in. You see how that goes?
So the key
to the outside bros.
Cinema.
The key to winning the Continental Classic was losing all your matches and then getting it at the last chance.
It's strategy.
Let's make it even better, okay? So, like the mysterious voice said it, reverse Battle Royal. Then put a ladder in the middle with the contract at the top.
Make sure you have the penalty box, so anyone that gets eliminated or pinned somehow, some way, they gotta go and stay a minute in the penalty box.
I quit.
I will say I was not happy with Mark doing the Burden Hammer as a sequence spot, because when I think of Burn and Hammer is something you never kick out of. That's a big move. Mm-hmm. You're done. But no, the fact that he did that and went to go pick him up and then hit his finishers, it's like he's dead. Jay's dead. He's dead, Jim. He's dead.
Double
he didn't
tap.
have to do it. Yeah.
Double tap.
I'm just gonna give the counterpoint to that. Because I've seen people use this move on TV and just kick out of the move, I absolutely prefer the sequence because he picked him up and did a J Driller, so he could have been finished. We don't know for sure.
Fair, but in general, I just hate when they do it as a kick out spot, period.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Since Jay Lethal did not kick out, I absolutely prefer this because we have another wrestler, world renowned right now, who is using the fucking Tiger Driver 91 as a big kick out spot now, like, and that bothers me. So seeing this,
100%.
Seeing this, I have no issue with this because fuck you, Jay Lethal didn't kick out. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. Respect the legacy of these moves,
but don't do it again.
Hey, listen though, it's video game style. Make sure you go all in, do it. Make sure you do the double tap.
Exactly. It's like Zombieland taught us.
Exactly. I was just gonna say Zombieland rules, baby.
Roll number, I don't even know what number it is, actually.
But still, overall, not a bad match. 2 pros, 2 vets.
Yeah, neither of them are gonna get through.
I hope Jay gets something after. That's a little bit of momentum.
See, the one question I will throw out there, I kind of I guess sort of like kind of quote unique is like there will need to be a challenger for the Triple Crown after this is all said and done. My question is, how would they end up deciding on one?
Another tournament.
This is where the reverse battle royal comes in from everyone that lost.
Everyone that lost, come in.
You know what?
That tournament.
You're in Japan. Come over. You're in Impact. Sorry, TNA. Come over. Everybody, just like 40 people. There you go. Perfect idea.
Everyone who's not in the company, come in.
The good thing about this tournament is that the person who would have won, who wins, or who becomes a champion, would have already have been pinned at least one time in the tournament. So you have your challenger set up already. At the same time, it's a belt that represents 3 companies, so there's no shortage of challengers whatsoever. If they just decided that a random top New Japan star is going to show up at World's End and stand in the ring and stare at the champion, it would make sense.
It's Chase Owens.
Don't do that.
It better not be.
It's Chase Owens, baby.
Does he still fucking work there? That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
How is this to the test of time?
They love him there.
He's gotta been there for like 14 fucking years now. This is nuts.
He gets a badge.
He started as the NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion.
He gets a badge next year.
I won't lie. There's literally times where like Chase Owens like pops up on my screen. I'm like, oh yeah, Chase Owens is around.
Oh my god! But yeah,
I love him there. So
there's so many people that you could throw.
Dollface, welcome.
Yay! We have fans that are watching us laugh our asses off and me die. But like, it'd be cool to see who they could have for challengers. I'm hoping it's somebody that's, dare we say, not like on screen every day. So hell yeah, Chase Owens could be one of them even. But
That's more of like an outsider.
yeah, exactly. Hell, someone from TNA. Don't want to quote the old company.
I can't wait for the reboot.
Oh, dead name it.
No six-sided ring, please. Oh my god.
No, they're not.
I'm just saying if they do, ooh.
Yeah,
Look at a 7-sided.
The scepter ring. Speaking of rings, fellas, we had the video package of MJF going into the Hall of Fame, the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame in Long Island, New York.
That's a pretty big flex.
And then we go to commercial, and right after that, Wardlow starts threatening MJF.
What a transition!
I'm sorry.
That's
I hate Wardlow's hair. I hate his hair like this.
I just.
Right.
He's ready.
Wardlow like right up here behind Matt, just break in like, "What'd you say about my hair?"
No, it's not even what you just say.
Do it. Let's go.
No, he'll have a wristband with Matt's name on it. That's what he'll do.
Do it.
Yeah, he'll never address that ever again.
Or it'll be like what's it called, carved into his arm, like Matt.
What happened? He made fun of my hair.
Yeah, I heard what you said on December 20th. It's like,
not my booking, but my hair.
My booking, I can't get past that. My hair, though.
Yes.
so now the question I will throw out there, because we brought up Wardlow, is do we still think he is one of them?
Your world will end. He said the thing. He gave the hint. It's already written.
Yeah.
It's just him. He's all 5 of them.
No. He invite everyone to show up. He's just him there, like, guys. I thought we agreed to do this.
It's the schoolyard prank where everybody says we'll all go on 3. 1, 2, 3, and then nobody goes but Wardlow.
Yeah.
Wardlow jumps head first. I hate you all.
I guess I am the devil now.
You guys
puts everyone on his wrist tape.
Forgets his mask backstage.
That being said, I feel that Wardlow's got he's got the most realistic story with MJF right now, because there's no reason in the world.
Legitimate gripe, yeah.
Yeah,
everyone forgave him. He ruined my life, but no, it's just he's friends with Adam Cole. And
yeah,
he
exactly.
forgot about me.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
I do think they have to be careful not to cross into the kind of territory of the things that Drew McIntyre is doing, because he's got a similar thing going on.
So AJ Styles.
Right, and now AJ.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a good era. 2024 is the year where people who get screwed don't act like stupid baby faces anymore about it.
Stand up for themselves finally.
I'm here for that.
Last year was making friends. This year it's ruining them.
This is the anti-Sting year. Since Sting is retiring in 2024, this is the year where his curse is lifted and all the baby faces stop being stupid and they stop trusting people.
They're gonna call their wife and say, "Hey, he had the affair backstage."
I think I just realized that Adam is not my best friend, Marina. Why didn't I know that for the last 6 months?
It's Christian Cage.
Where's my head been at?
Patriarch.
Yes.
Oh god, that promo. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that, but we absolutely need to talk, since we're on the subject. MJF, Samoa Joe in the ring.
Yeah, Samoa Joe's like, "Hey, I got some questions," and MJF, pal, you're gonna answer them.
See, this promo is setting up for next week, but oh my god, just the way he answered those questions is, dare we say he was calm about it? Like, he wasn't just like responding like, "Oh god, oh god, oh god."
Now remember, Bully Ray was attacked by Aces and Eights, and he was still the leader. So
he was beaten to the gang.
So, I know you weren't there for this one, Matt, but I brought up the point with the boys before. I said, wouldn't it be weird if we found out the videos of the devil are just the recycled videos from MJF before as the devil, and they're just reusing it?
If it is him, then yeah, I can see it.
But it's just trying to figure out, because like this week they got, what did they get, like 10, 15 people?
Yeah, where's the security?
Yeah, I was going to say, here we go. This is the return of the Dark Order's creepers.
Oh my god. The BDSM group from
back,
ran by Evil
missing every punch.
You know what? Let's just get this out in the open. It's Evil Uno, who's the devil. Let's just go right there, right?
I'm gonna poop on the party. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. I am.
Uh-oh.
I can't deal with this. I actually like. I'm watching this show and I'm enjoying the wrestling and I'm even enjoying a couple backstage things that are happening. And then this storyline comes onto my screen and it felt like it derailed my enjoyment. I was like, "Fuck!" Like I have to do this stupid henchman shit, and it feels very, very reminiscent of that Creeper storyline. The one that originally made Tony Khan take the book in the first place. So he's almost come full circle where he booked it himself. And now we're here.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? Maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. Let me try it.
I think that it's
Maybe
crazy that we can have segments like this one, and in the same storyline, 5 minutes later, we get this heat. Like, and it's the same story. So I don't know if I want to call it tonally. It's there's an issue with the tone of this storyline that really bothers me, and it doesn't match AEW's presentation on TV at all. Because this shit right here, this is entertainment cartoon shit. Whatever company wants to run,
not even the good kind. Like,
no, it isn't good. That thing, it isn't good. Because when you got good cartoon shit, it works. All right. So like, I hate to rain on the parade of this MJF devil thing, but it makes me want to.
No, I think they're jumping the shark with this devil thing.
It makes me want. It makes me want him to drop the title. That's how bad it is right now. I'm like, get that shit off him.
I'm over him as champion. Like outside of Danielson, nothing has fully grasped me. Going, man, I'm glad he got this belt. But it's like the pillar stuff was rushed. Adam Cole thing, it's been hit and miss. Roddy Strong is just a geek in that whole.
I think the Adam Cole thing was very hit. I won't call it hit or miss because it didn't miss until Adam Cole got hurt and they had to throw the storyline away.
That was the thing. It was starting good. It was starting good, and then Cole got injured, and we got that stupid sports entertainment crap with him and Roddy. It's just like we had something.
Hey, no, Roddy's a hero. He's a miracle worker. Next strong.
Actually, I really enjoy Roddy. The problem isn't him. The problem is just the way that they've done the devil stuff specifically. I don't like and it's not even just plainly not liking that there are people in masks that need to be revealed. I don't care if it's a mystery. Like that shit is fine. That's pro wrestling. It's full storylines.
Just turn the lights off and just have the guy out there without the mask. Like, I'm surprised it was me.
It's been weeks now where these segments are heatless. The audience doesn't give a fuck. The people at home don't give a fuck. It feels like nobody gives a fuck. The people in the ring feel like they don't want anything to do with it.
As a bit, it could have been Punk. I'm sorry to cut you off. It could have been Punk, but he got fired and he's in WWE because there goes like a legitimate threat to the belts, like as the devil. Now it's just who is it? Because
what I don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry about that. I was gonna say what I don't want is for them to shift. Because they spent all this time, and it's clear that they've had a singular plan. And I don't actually mind the trajectory for where it seems like it's going. The problem is the execution. This shit feels like shit.
I think this has to end at World's End.
Yeah.
Well, remember too, like you have these masked men that have jumped champions. They have jumped main eventers, and then they run in, and then just Samoa Joe and MJF can just quickly wipe up and mop the floor with them. But needless to say, remember, too, you have the guys that have the marketing, the branded backs. They're the ones, though, that looked a little suspicious. Am I the only one, too, that thought that, again, like this is a whole different group that jumped in the ring and surrounded them this time around as well?
Yeah,
like,
it was just
one of them had like the Hobbs build, I felt.
Oh, my God.
No, here's one I got to throw out there because we're on this topic is like, what if like the devil is, person A, and then every week they purposely go, hey, you three, put some stuff on YouTube, put some stuff on U5, put some stuff on, just to make us talk about it. Because like last week we had another topic where like, okay, it seems like their builds are this, and then now this time you're saying it looks like one of them was like a powerhouse build. So it's like, what if every week they purposely grab people just for those branded characters just to get us talking?
See, I support that aspect of it. And one of the things too that I wanted to bring up, because Matt and John, while you guys were talking about it, I just thought of, I feel like one of the best parts about the storyline has not always been the attacks, but more so just the overall blaming of one wrestler to another. Because look at like right here, MJF and Swerve, that was heat, that was fire. And so many of the promos going into it, look at how great the Acclaim's promo was for their return after being attacked. Like that element of it, I think, has been more fun than the different, as their Twitter X people said, the demons jumping people. I think that's been much more of a fun aspect because so many people are getting involved, because everyone was challenging MJF and those people are getting challenged. People that want to try and back up MJF, they're getting attacked. I don't know. It's those interactions that make it more fun, in my opinion.
I had seen floating around this idea that these confrontations with MJF and the other top stars have been maybe acting as reaction tests to see if we can't, because if Adam Cole's injury is worse than we think it is, or if we can't get him in time, or if maybe we don't like the direction of the story, then we might be able to slot in Swerve instead. Like, they flat out teased the Embassy as they flat out teased Swerve and the Embassy as the Devils tonight, as the Devils and the Demons. I guess.
Yeah, with one of the masks right in front of the locker room.
Well, beyond the mask in front of the door at the end of the segment, when Swerve tells him, I'll bring you hell, and then they pan out, and it's the exact number of people that could be the Devil and his henchmen,
and they were all wearing black.
Absolutely.
Oh.
I had to be a parent real fast. That's what happens when you have 3 kids.
Gotta love the mute button, hey?
Actually, I wish it was fast enough. Clearly, it wasn't.
So that point he just brought up does kind of make you kind of want to scratch your head and think about it. Like, they were in, like you said, they were in black. There was 5 of them, and the mask was on the ground in front of the door. So, but would it be a good idea to put Swerve in that spot with the 5 of them?
I don't think he needs it. That's the thing.
That's what I'm getting at.
He's been established without it. Like, this should have been someone that's like
returning,
a return, a big heel turn,
giant debut.
It's Tony Khan.
It's me, Austin.
It was me, MJF.
Remember when you called me a fucking mark right before he got suspended? That's why I did it. Long-term storytelling, pal.
At Revolution, Tony Khan comes down and just drop kicks him in the face for the belt. Done.
Guys, it was great. It was great. I had a great drop kick. It was a great match. It was all great. Everything is great. It's great.
The pay-per-view is December 30th, right?
Yep.
MJF's contract supposedly runs out 2 days after. There's a world where Tony Khan reveals himself as the Devil and screws MJF because he doesn't want him to steal the championship because his contract is expiring. And then do the fucking Montreal screw job in Long Island, New York.
Oh, that would be something.
Fuck! I hate that this is so plausible.
John, wait, because I was at the show, Money in the Bank 2011, where the reverse happened, and they attempted a screw job in Chicago. But CM Punk left with the title.
Like, it'd be so twisted just to see Tony show up, clock MJF with the belt, get the other person or get Joe the pin, and take the belt and tell the referee you saw nothing, nothing, and then just leaves with the belt. It's like, what did we just see?
Hear me explain it to media scrum right after.
No, you didn't see it at the scrum. Oh, that wasn't me, guys.
no, just. Well, so what happened here? I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk about it.
No, he's just breathing super heavy. He's like, "What happened? I didn't see the video. Someone want to explain it to me. Come on, someone."
Just running from the bag.
The coke wore off after.
No, it's the what's the word? What's the word here?
Energy.
Yeah, the Woo energy move off.
The mushrooms in it made me do this.
That wasn't me. That was him.
He paid me to get to do it.
I'm not gonna do it anymore for you. It's like, who's Tony talking to?
It's like, guys, it didn't start yet. It's not here. No one walked in yet.
And then Randy Orton music hits.
Tony, there's no storyline. All right, fellas, before we jump on to the next topic, I got to ask a question. Caesar's dying again. Do we think any of the people involved, be it like a Swerve in the Embassy, be it Wardlow or anyone else, do we think any of them are just red herrings meant to throw us off the track of who it really is?
Yes.
I think it's a froze off the tracks, yeah. And before we move on, do we see Joe and Max dropping the belts to create more attention?
The one thing I will say is, this is how I see it right now. From let's just say, was it 2 months ago now the thing started? No. The very first, the debut of when we saw the first
attack?
incident. Yeah.
That was a couple months
October.
ago.
Yeah. From the very first incident until now, I'm going to say the Devil's been person A and the disciples of the demons?
The demons.
Yeah,
the actual
devils,
3 of them. Yeah,
the demons are supposed to be A, B, and C and D, but for the past few weeks, they've been in the back of like catering, and people have been rotating out as like stand-ins, and then at like World's End, all 5 are gonna get shown.
All right, it's gonna be Chuck Taylor.
It's gonna be Tony Khan, Chuck Taylor.
It's the best friends.
Hey,
Chris
Trent was wearing black in his promo.
I'm wearing black.
It's Caesar.
It was him. It was
Found him.
It was
I'll
Jesus
get it.
all on.
I'll get us tickets.
All right, Tony, we got him.
We got him. All right, let's move on.
Let's go to something reliable.
Let's get timeless.
And Riho.
Oh, we mean with the human duplex machine? I love that.
Timeless Tony Storm is a gem. She is everything going right with the women's division, 100%.
Can I say one thing in regards to her character? Whether it's her that's full, like has the creative control over it, or whoever does, they need to keep it as it's going. Like, don't race, just keep the thing going. Whoever,
slow and steady is what wins the race here.
Honestly, the adding of not Luther, different person, Luther, and with Mariah May, the two of them together on her side, and her vignettes, videos, presence at the ringside, all that stuff. Honestly, it's just keep it.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Luther still has a job.
So is he.
The powers of Jericho, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You were you were in FMW for a year, right? Yeah, you got a job.
Woo! No more Burger King.
Stealer, Timeless Tony Storm was stealing the show for a match that was Saraya and Riho.
Oh.
John, pop in here and talk about Riho.
Yeah,
Riho.
because he has knowledge of Riho. That's why.
I mean, all things considered, though, we don't have the Ghost Man just yet. But listen, that match, not the greatest thing I've ever seen. But I think, the commentary of Tony Storm, her just absurdity, and Riho just going to town, I think that's what helped save this match.
It's interesting because, this you're basically putting the best way of putting it. Holy moly, I can't even. And it's weird because normally you think, oh, it's a number one contenders match. People are going to want to focus on those two and those two only. But you bring out, our champion or champion, where she wants to call herself. She'll figure out something.
The Champagne.
If you know, you know. We brought out the Champagne and her assistant, and you could literally listen to her. She could have commentated the match herself, probably, and we'd still listen. It's the kind of messed up part.
Yeah, with Saraya, she just hasn't been clicking.
No, God no.
I know she does have those limitations because of all the history of neck issues. And I mean, that's like the big thing too, with, her having that group and whatnot, because there was a lot of ways to cover for what she wasn't able to do in the ring. But without that, you could definitely tell that was what was needed with having Tony Storm on commentary and being crazy and absurd and stealing the show.
And Riho is another hit or miss because she can take 20 big moves.
I'm gone. I'm out.
And kicks out at 2. While a person twice her size, they'll bounce like a ping pong ball.
This guy's known unique.
What did I do?
You know the joke.
I'm not the one saying anything about Riho. John, it was Matt. It was Matt.
It's the size argument because the size argument is tired, and I can't have us as Jersey Radio pushing a tired argument that can be easily combated against. That is my logical explanation for fighting Riho's size argument.
I'm calling Sean on you.
I've got mathematical proof because nobody cares when Zelina Vega gets in the fucking ring against Rhea Ripley and she weighs a pound less than Riho. I will not have this conversation again.
That was everything I hoped it would be.
I'm
calling Sap.
I'd like to say for the following argument, I'm being replaced by a Pikachu, so I'll be back in a bit.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, Matt, you've been drafted to the SRS show.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing, but
go to commercial.
It was an okay match. We already know Tony's winning.
Woo!
Yeah.
Luther's gonna
getting in there.
Luther's gonna drop.
Loofah. He's gonna scrub the loofah on them.
Luther's gonna drop kick the referee at World's End.
We need that Tony Storm with the opera glasses to become a meme.
Oh, please make that a meme, somebody.
But she Googles someone on the Google machine. This is how she reads.
Oh, Google Glass. Is that what it was? Google Glass.
It's going to be the new way to read people on the internet. I'm already knowing that's what's going to happen.
Hold on, I'm gonna go on Amazon. You want a pair each?
Let's do it. We got to get them, everyone.
Yeah, all of Dirt Sheet Radio is gonna have a pair each.
Oh, speaking of having stuff, we should all get some collective neck braces because we are all neck strong because we had Roddy versus the Commander.
Oh, that was actually no. I'm fine with that. That was actually a pretty good match.
I dug it. That was fun.
It's pretty intense when you've got somebody that I didn't know this, but Commander is 25.
Yeah, Commander's young.
He's a young gun, that's for sure.
I didn't know he was that young. I was like, what? Because Excalibur brought it up, I think, and I was like, dude, like he can fly, especially.
He's been wrestling since he was 14.
Yeah, ever since that match I saw of him and in the 6-man at Rampage recently, he's one of those. They can. Oh, there's some words I could use right now, but he can fly like a damn bird. Basically, is the short version of it.
Oh yeah, tightrope walker. That's the way to put it. And from what I'm looking at too, he's been practicing that since he was at least 12. So
at home, he did it above giant bridges.
No, as soon as he gave birth, he jumped out like top rope,
just walking the umbilical cord.
His mom's like,
quick, arm drag the cord out.
Launches her across the room. It's like, oh boy.
I gotta say though, Commander, despite taking the loss, he still looked really good in this match. Dare I say, strong.
I think this was one of his better singles matches.
He looks better. He looks better in a tag and a trios situation. But to quote you both, yeah, he did really good tonight alongside Next Strong, or sorry, the leader of Next Strong.
That's the thing. It's not Commander. It's just that we have like a lot of amazing luchas like Penta, Rey, Bandito,
Vikingo.
Yes, Vikingo, Samurai Del Sol, Laredo Kid.
Yeah.
It's like they all stand out. Commander still feels fresher, like he still feels newer in his time.
Yeah.
Like he's got the rope fame, but outside of that, he doesn't stand out. And
I think the tightrope walk is what helps him stand out more than the others.
That's what Metalik does too. So
that's the thing, because then when they all start doing it, then they started taking away from what made Commander unique to the rest of the more
like if everyone just does it, then Commander just feels like a regular guy.
You know, just the luchador that salutes.
You know who still throws me off the most, literally and figuratively, is El Hijo. When I saw one of his first matches in the company, I can't remember what it was exactly, and he did that one like 450 splash, like he jumped over the rope and then did the flip and then landed on a table. I was like, dude did it effortlessly. It looked like I was like,
dream match, Omega and Vikingo.
When I saw that
table spot.
Well, like, not even like any of his spots I saw, I was just like, this man's insane. Like, he looks like the guy who's like, hold my beer, and he's just gonna run across the ring and do it. It's like, ow. But yeah, again, like Matt was saying, like, there's so many luchadors, so you got to find that little thing to make you stand out.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's one of the things I appreciate about the luchas that are in AEW, because for me, it feels almost as if it's like a new version of when WCW brought in all the luchadors, because you could pick out which ones were which because they all had something that was either A, unique to them, or B, had a very individualized look and presence in the ring.
Like Liger, Malenko, Ultimo.
Laparca.
Exactly.
The chairman.
The chairman, Juventud.
I haven't heard that name in a little while. What else we have left here? Let's see. Oh, are we done on the strong match? First of all, I just want to ask that before we go.
That finish. Let me just say that was crazy. That was insane.
Finish.
Yeah,
that made me go nice. That beautiful kick up in the air. You actually landed it, and then the end of a heartache.
They replayed it over a few times too because it was
it was beautiful, and it's awesome. I'm a fan of Killswitch Engage and the song End of Heartache, so just hearing that several times tonight made me happy.
Honestly, they're one of the few metal bands I actually listen to nowadays.
Or excuse me, that knee coming in underneath the jaw.
Yeah,
It was beautiful. Picture
that
perfect. Mwah. Chef's kiss to that.
That was
And
10
then,
out of 10.
and then back to the neck brace right after.
Okay.
Quickly
Back strong.
too.
And then putting all those signs ringside saying that MJF is the devil. And did you guys notice? It was the same font as the message on the Contron.
Here's a twisted thought for you. What if they're part of the faction?
They probably
That's been
are.
a theory. That's been theorized for a while.
If it is cold, then yeah, like they are the kingdom. It was because originally was 3 of them.
Well,
One of the things, do we have a graphic of when they were MJF and Samoa Joe were surrounded? Because I feel like the physiques were too off.
But no, but that's what I'm saying is like, what if every week they put in random people just to throw us, right?
That's what I'm thinking. Because I feel like Kingdom had to be from at least the early stages when they had mass attackers. Because those builds matched.
Hell, here's a crazy theory for you. What if 1 week it's like, you know, the Embassy, 1 week it's like the Acclaimed, 1 week it's to
Don
quote
Callis'
everybody. It's Don Callis' group. 1 week it's just, hey, here's 10 dudes from a local wrestling school. Show up and do your thing for us. You know what I mean?
Those were the creepers earlier.
Exactly.
Like what happened to the Callis family for real?
I think they're off TV or they're doing something in DDT or some weird.
They got a couple matches on
is
Rampage.
Takeshita's rumored to be injured. It's been a little while. He's been rumored to be hurt. He had one tag match where he did about 1 minute worth of work in it, and they haven't been on TV since. Kyle Fletcher been given the ROH World title, so I have to imagine that with these people being put in placeholder positions, that there is a reason for the holdup. And now, beyond that, they lost their biggest foil. Kenny Omega is out indefinitely. So now you kind of have to wonder, what will you be doing with the Callis family at all? And
like
maybe leaving them off.
What can they do? Like, or they're just gonna wait till Takeshita and Bob Kenny are cleared.
Yeah.
And Sammy's out too.
Sammy, it's rough. It's a rough situation.
Osprey is deposed right now as well.
Fletcher's ROH TV champion, and Hobbs is back in limbo.
Hobbs being in limbo is the part that kills me. Kills me.
You have an absolute unit. Yeah.
He should be.
He is someone you could build to be a star. He could
have been in the tournament.
He could be. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think I always get weird about, because with a round robin tournament like this, I always get weird about placing and replacing people, because it's usually like, okay, so if we put Hobbs in this spot, then we have to remove either Jay White, Swerve. But if you put him in Garcia's spot, then he loses all his matches. You see what I mean? So you are removing the people who won their matches, who are the people who are actually over. So if you put Hobbs in here and you don't want him to be Garcia, Jay Lethal, Mark Briscoe, then you have to remove Swerve, Mox, Jay White, Brian. The only person who I think is Brody King. And
that was what I was thinking, yeah. But even then.
Or Rouge.
Or Rouge. But Rouge was taking L's. Like, Brody's monster spot in the Blue League would have worked for Hobbs, but as a person who enjoys wrestling matches, I think Brody King is the more enjoyable wrestler, so I don't have a problem.
Plus, they got to give Brody King something.
Yeah,
it's true. Exactly. But that's why I'm always weird about like replacing people in the tournament, because like I know at first people were like Takeshita should be in, and I was like, well, wait, in whose spot?
No, I didn't agree with, because basically they were building him up so much he beat Kenny multiple times, and all of a sudden you're gonna have him lose a random match. That did not fly with me. Like if he was gonna be in it, he would have to win.
100%, 100%. So I'm
glad. So I'm glad he's on there, because basically they want to save that first singles loss to Kenny, but that's gonna be gone for a while. So
he should come back and be on that. They should strap him into like the international championship is sitting on Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is a great babyface foil. Him and Takeshita should go work for 4 months. Why not? That would be incredible.
That can go into Revolution. Yeah, definitely.
I'd love that. Well, of course, Takeshita would have to be healed, because we don't actually know what's wrong with him.
But I'm saying though, like if he shows up before then, there's a chance like it could happen.
100%. I'd be down for that.
But he's definitely championship material, especially for the international championship.
For sure. Well, I'd say that was us getting through Dynamite, fellas. Do we have a jobber of the night?
I actually do have a jobber in the night, but I'll see what you guys say first.
Go ahead.
It's actually
do you pick actual legit jobbers or?
It goes a variety of ways. Whatever you're feeling, whatever your heart's telling you. Matt, as the guest, we'll give you first dibs.
Well,
I'll go last. I'll go last.
All right, Nick, you go first. I'll go second.
All right, so you know what? I'm gonna go. Usually, I kind of do like a more joke-based pick, but this time around, I'm gonna give my jobber of the week. I'm gonna give it to Jay Lethal. And the reason I say this is because, he's been booked as that, 0 points man for this tournament, but I think this is going to lead to something more for him. So I'm giving jobber of the night based on the aspect that there's going to be a lot of potential here for what a storyline for redemption could be with him.
Hell, he could be one of the contenders after the tournament's over.
I like that. That's a positive spin on this.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to do.
Horrible segment that we have here.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. So I think there's a lot of future potential there with Jay Lethal.
Mine's not so much an actual wrestler, but mine's is actually only because of the promo he had to drop was Tony Schiavone. He had to read that promo. Yeah, that one right there. He had to read that and actually read it like word for word, apparently, and he said what did he say? Put some oomph in it, or no, put some pizzazz behind it or something like that.
Yes.
I was like, and he was looking at it, and you could tell Tony was like, I hate this so goddamn much. That's just my pick for a job.
I miss reading the results.
Yeah, this is just my grocery list. Pick up milk, eggs, beer.
Pick up
extra beer for my talk with Conrad.
Pick up Nick Wayne's mom.
Woo! Oh yeah, that's an Arby's. It's okay.
All right, Matt.
All right, mine will be as positive as you did yours, Mark Briscoe.
Okay.
He with how he's been treated since he came back, it's a little bit desired. Someone that you should push as a underdog babyface or just like we get it. He's a tag team guy, but we see them in singles action. Like we're not stupid. We seen him in Ring of Honor. We seen what he can do, and it was a shame.
Can I counterpoint that? I like this.
Okay.
I like that conversation because I exist on the other side of the spectrum. I actually think this is the most one personally, as a person who's watched Ring of Honor. Like I know you, Matt, you've watched Ring of Honor for a long time, so it's why I enjoy that I can counterpoint you on this because it's not like some rando who just started watching or only reads on Wikipedia.
Oh no.
It's like. I actually think that this is the most I've ever cared about Mark Briscoe. And it's not just because he's in a really real life sympathetic spot. They have called upon him on some of the most random main event positions, and he delivers every single time. I've never enjoyed Mark Briscoe as much as I've enjoyed him in post Jay Briscoe, unfortunately. Like he has put the Briscoe brothers legacy on his back. On his own,
right? Absolutely,
and not being booked to win, I think, doesn't hurt him right now. I think that he is almost a guaranteed big baby pace push that they have in their pocket, and they're waiting for a certain time. Will they wait for too long because they do that all the time? Yes, maybe.
I said maybe if he probably would have been ROH World Champion or TV Champion if he didn't get injured.
That's right. I forgot he got hurt for a while.
I think he was scheduled to fight the world champion.
Yeah, but I always any opportunity I get to tell everybody how much I love Mark Briscoe's work now, I will take it because damn, he's so good. And I'm like, I know he had a singles push in Ring of Honor and he was TV champion, and that's when we got all the Froggy Bow stuff. But like in the Kung Fu and the redneck Kung Fu stuff, that shit never hit for me. And that's just me. This version of Mark Briscoe is a beast. I am here, and I want him to be.
Actually, he was never TV champion.
Oh no! He didn't win. He didn't win the TV title. Shit.
No.
He fucking won a TV title.
No, the tag title in 6-man. That was it.
He challenged for it, right? He
challenged for it. I believe he fought Moose for it one. I know he fought Moose, but it wasn't for the belt.
And it was in the middle of like a push for him, and I could have sworn that he was going to win, and then he lost.
Yeah, and he did. No, I felt
okay.
Man, imagine him being the one to beat Samoa Joe. That would.
I'm saying, I think, but with the Ring of Honor title tied up in the Triple Crown now, it's a little weird. But
Yeah.
I really feel like there's got to be some type of gold we could put on Mark Briscoe and some type of position we could have him in on television every week because
He got a million titles.
Fuck, he's good.
We have the numbers of how many titles too.
We do. We did count. We did count.
Yeah, we did.
The thing too is Briscoe is so marketable. Like, look throughout the audience. Families love him, kids love him, but also like the hardcore wrestling fans, they love him too. He's got universal broad appeal, and he's perfect for that type of mainstream main event spot.
Exactly.
2024.
100%.
It's
And
that
his
redneck
win,
kung fu.
and his win over Danielson at Final Battle. Oof.
So dare I say that could potentially also be a pick for almost a megastar of the night, but maybe for another episode. But for now, anyone else have any picks for megastar of the night? I can go first again if y'all want.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I want to say, once again, he tends to be my choice for most of these, but I'm going with Swerve. He's got the presence. His promo with MJF was, again, fire. He swerves when he drives. He destroyed Roosh. Like, everything about this guy is just megastar. Megastar. I even selected him for my selection for the who's going to have the best 2024.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't have to say anything. I'm fully agreeing with you on that one. Whether it was the match with Roosh, the promo with MJF, just being in the building at the end of the show, all of it. It was like almost as if he took of all different angles throughout the night. And again, it's going to be interesting to see what happens next week with the I almost said six man, the triple threat match,
The reverse battle royal
on a reverse battle royale with the contract on a pole in the middle of the ring, right? Yeah, there we go.
with the penalty box.
And a steel cage at the top of the ramp. Okay, I'm done. Matt, what do you got? What do you got?
Nah, Swerve. I think that as his
Yeah?
promo eviscerated MJF. Like, oh yeah, right. Weren't you one that was bitching and crying that you got fired over an email? Like you didn't get you're doing tryouts. I signed contracts.
That line, I'm like, oh, you killed it.
I'm glad you mentioned that because he really did kill MJF out there, didn't he?
I know, I was like, dude.
And I don't
That's
even
tough to
mean
do.
just like I don't mean like zinger wise, like that was a good line, but I
It was
mean
grave.
Yeah.
presentation wise, like MJF didn't come across as cool on top and in control as he usually does.
Yeah.
Swerve like dominated that
when
segment.
when was the last time that happened to MJF? Like Punk?
I don't know, Punk, but even Punk was almost by design because they set it up like where the first half MJF was doing his zings and then he was like, all right, no more bullshit. You fucked up my life. And it got really deep.
And he's like, okay, here's promo class now. I'm gonna teach you how to do it.
Yeah. This was like legit. Like MJF was saying things that we're supposed to hit. Like, oh, when the music turns off, so does your aura or superstardom.
And mocking him for his theme songs. Like, dude,
Like he's so much more than a theme song.
Yeah,
And as
that's
a
the
matter of
thing.
fact, the theme song and the Nana and all the dressings around him are actually they could be removed tomorrow, and he would still be Swerve. I mean,
Yeah.
as you've seen in this tournament. Because all that stuff has been removed mostly, and he just comes out.
All gotta go is whose house, Swerve's house. They'll know.
God,
Yeah,
this
look
guy's
at
a
how
star.
extra Nana is, and eyes will still go right to Swerve as he's walking down to the ring.
That's so crazy to me because all the things around him don't like match. They're so weird. Nana's dancing, superhero Tron, the mogul embassy,
random Brian Cage, and these other two
and
guys.
the two dudes who actually I think they have a lot of potential. But it's so weird. They're like they dress as island people, but they don't do the gimmick. They're like it's such a crazy
Well,
thing.
we also had Brian Cage dress up as Sting a couple of times. So
Randomly as well. It's so weird. And Swerve is just like, it doesn't matter. I'm a superstar. They're my boys. Like, okay, fuck it. I accept it.
I'm also such a fan too of the guy that surrounds himself with the bodyguards who are just massive and much more physically imposing than he is.
It's great. It's great.
And Prince
It is.
Nana.
Yeah, but the thing too is while they might be more physically imposing, again, all eyes go to Swerve. He's got the it factor in spades. That's the star right there. He's my megastar of the night, and he's going to be my megastar all of next year.
Why do I feel like, to kind of quote John's thing about taking all the stuff away? Why do I feel like Swerve could come out to the ring with a microphone and say whose house, and the crowd would freak out, and then that's it?
that's all he needs to say. He's got it
Yeah.
in the palm of his hand.
You saw the T-shirt, right? You saw his T-shirt he got tonight.
Yeah, he gave it to Adam Page as a kid.
Oh my god, what are we doing?
But honestly, though, like I could dig that, like a promo, like someone goes like all in, and all Swerve has to do is say, "Whose house?" Swerve's house,
Swerve.
and then
Just
that's
drop the mic.
That's it.
Boom. I love it.
I love that.
I love
That's all we
it.
need.
I guess that was Dynamite though, wasn't it? Phil?
Woo!
More or less,
Alright.
yeah.
We did it.
Yay! Yeah.
Oh, the shows fly by with
Put it in this
the.
side of her AEW collision where we have this guy fighting this guy.
Sold!
We should be starting our collision stream finally.
Soon,
Match
yeah.
for you, because I know it was weird. There were pay-per-views, and I couldn't figure out how to get home on time and do both. And it's like,
I
how
know,
do I?
yeah,
Should it be one stream?
yeah.
But I think I figured something out.
Good.
We should be good to go.
And then the next pay-per-view happens after.
We should be
Sounds like-
good. You know, it sucks. World's End actually is going to be on a Saturday, right? And there's going to be like
Yeah.
no collision that day.
I think,
Fuck
or
no.
unless they move it to Friday.
No, I
Done
think
that
that
before.
time there's going to be like none. I think they're going to do none. Yeah.
Oh, no collision. Okay.
Yeah.
AEW none.
AEW. They might do a clip show or something. You know, you got to fill that time
Or
slot.
like the,
one
or
way
like the preview of the event, probably some
Countdown 2.
Yeah.
And
It
the
was me,
0
I'd
hour.
Following every rampage.
Yeah,
I'd
and
run
this-
half. This is why I don't run a business, because I'd run half the pay-per-view on TNT. Like, you get 2 hours of the pay-per-view, and now you're like, I need the rest. What the fuck?
You're sucked in.
You buy it.
Just put the pre-show on TV. It's just like,
Now, obviously,
there you
legally, I know legally it's not possible. They sign contracts with In Demand and Fight TV, and they can't share that with cable television. But I,
Actually, it's Triller, isn't it now?
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's some weird
Triller.
name now.
I will let you guys say goodbye, though. I would take up the whole
All right,
fucking.
everyone hold your hands and say our hands in the way. Yay!
go. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, God.
All right, now let's end it right there. That.
Yeah, you're fired. Give me your keys.
Hooray!
All right. Well, hey, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining and
Guys.
watching and just watching, commenting, and just sharing time with us on the Dynamite recap.
Thank you, Matt.
Take care, guys. No problem.